All right, welcome everyone to today's stream of Below Zero. Hi Jason, hi Spots, of course, both of you joining in. Hi Proc. See who else? Paradise Gaming. Hello, if you're still with us. So yeah, a lot of conversation going on about No Man's Sky as opposed to Below Zero. But all right, with No Man's Sky did just get a big update, so we're good with that. We're gonna do some building today. You know, I've got some supplies, not enough. And not like having with my modest Subnautica gameplay right now, but I've got some supplies. I want to burn through whatever I can. Still have too much copper in this game. Way too much copper. Oh, way too much of certain things. I'm gonna burn through some stuff. Actually, you know, I'm gonna verify I don't want to spend any more titanium on anything right now at this base. Anything major. As I say, we got our scanner room, our control room. We've got all of our stuff up here, and our view is kind of obstructed now, unfortunately. But at least we get some sky with our view. You know, it's not great, but it's at least something. We got our rooms with our little plants. We got our, water closet, bathroom, community showers, whatever you want to call it. We got that. And we got our Titan whole fish in here and everything. It actually is fairly complete for what I would do right now in this game, just for the fact that we don't have a huge amount of decorations by comparison to original game at the moment. There's still stuff they have to implement and get going correctly. I mean, we do have other new stuff, but doesn't feel like quite the same. And you know what, I feel like there's still something I should be unlocking. I don't know. We got solar panels we can make, I guess. No Man's Sky still sucks. I disagree. I mean, I've been playing it again since Beyond update, and it's actually really good. It's one of the better games I've been playing lately. It's definitely got a lot of content in it. And it's definitely massively improved from what it was originally. Originally, it was boring. But now it's like actually quite interesting, and I would say a better building game than Subnautica. You have more versatility with certain things. So, yeah, I mean, if you think it sucks, then I guess, you know, play something else. But I'm one of those people that now thinks the game's actually gotten really good, and this new update has made it a lot better. Got a lot of updates. Well, I mean, that kind of happens with Microsoft. They like to keep pushing out updates, and you know, even if you really don't need them, or especially if it's an HP, yeah, you definitely are gonna get even like HP updates, the little driver updates, everything. That's where I usually turn and would say, you know, disable that. I wouldn't say completely block all updates. Yeah, I mean, you do get bug fixes, but I still recall when there was, like, an update that applied automatically, of course, from Microsoft that caused a massive loss of FPS for people who download the game and, like, or download the update. Every game they played, huge drop in FPS. And Microsoft quickly, after reports came in, you know, took the update down and started working on fixing it. But you always have a chance for that. The people who downloaded it were kind of like, well, sorry, we'll get a bug fix out for it as soon as possible. You could try uninstalling. So at least, you know, there's ways to disable updates where they won't automatically download. I would say do that. That's kind of what I do. Which game has gotten better? You're talking about Below Zero, or you're talking about No Man's Sky? Because No Man's Sky's full release. It's basically now on version 3 of the full release game. Whereas, of course, Subnautica Below Zero is still not done. And we're waiting on it to get finished. I mean, if you want to wait till it's full release to buy Below Zero, then you're going to spend a little bit more money. I would say go ahead and buy it. as it's getting close to release time, just for the fact you know it's going to be finished. It's not like they're going to abandon this game. And they'll keep doing bug fixes after the fact, so it's not like you're going to run into any problems with it being just an abandoned game. I don't think of what else I could put in here. I guess, you know what? I didn't want to do this, but because I've got so much room, I need it filled with something. I'm going to do alien containment. And I've got glass already. So that's 2. Oh wait, I'll need a hatch to get in. I think that should cover it. Trailmakers, I've looked at that game. That is not one that actually entices me, really. I mean, I've played... God, what was it recently? I bought and I played it. Did a few live streams with it, and then I got away from it because, for one, it was just, like, it felt incomplete. Despite the fact it was full release, and then I found after I had bought it, you know, that to get the full release version of it, you basically bought a bunch of DLC packs for a lot more money, and I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that. Can't remember what it's called now. My brain's slipping. But I've looked at Trailmakers, it just does not appeal to me. You know what, fish. I don't want to do whole fish, because that's kind of why they're here. They're for their bioreactor fodder. Actually, I'm doing okay on the fruit right now. Yeah. Heat fruit, all you need in this game, it looks like. Because it just grows so fast and it's just so quick. Oh. Lightning just hit right by my feet, inside the base. It looks like. I guess... I don't want to do another set of sea monkeys here. I've been doing that to release them elsewhere. I don't want to do that here. We don't have very many options at the moment. I mean, we only have 2 egg options, sea monkeys and whole fish. It's not like we can just go and grab from a variety of eggs right now. That's why there's still so much content missing from the game. I'm gonna grab whatever I can just so we have some fish to throw in there. Oh, there we go. It's spinny fish. Fidget spinner. Gotta have a fidget spinner, you know. Take one out, spin it around. In case we get bored. Alright, I guess we'll grab a couple boomerangs. I know there's more than that available around here. Where's my biodiversity? Actually, where's the option to grab an egg up for one of those? I want to have that one in the alien containment. It's more colorful. Fish. Come here, fish. So I got 5. Yeah, I need another spinner fish so they can make more. Not seeing spinners. But I did grab that one kind of down in here. There. Make this kind of quick. Oh yeah. No, ow! Got stuck. Why aren't you helping me, monkey? Oh, yeah, I don't think, in terms of future updates corrupting the save file on this, I mean, it's... The reason they redid the save file for Below Zero was they did a complete, they're doing an overhaul of the story, so there's elements they took out that would not be backwards compatible with existing save files. But beyond that, I don't see them doing another case where it's saying, okay, future update, coming in, and your game saves will not work with it. You'll have to start again. Which, I mean, at this point, if they came and did that, I'd be like, okay, I can start again. That's fine. I mean, I'm pretty much getting to that point where I don't have anything else really left to do. And this one, but I mean, it might be a case of if they did tell me, oh yeah, you need to start again, I probably would just be like, I'm gonna wait for full release now. I would just be like, yeah, I don't want to do the same thing again just to get like 2 little changes. So I mean, I don't think it's going to be another case where they change soon, but there's a possibility. It's just not likely. But if you don't want to start over, yeah, definitely just wait. Full release, I'm still thinking we're 2-3 months out from that, at least. Because they do have new creature textures coming in, like the new Leviathan for the Void. The Chelicerae variation for that. There's some biomes that still need retouching. There's other stuff that needs to be done. There's still plenty left to do. So I'm still thinking we're like a good 3 months out on this game before it goes full release. I could be wrong. They could get it out faster. And that could mean either it's done or it's a case of they got it out faster but it wasn't actually ready. I'm hoping that they will not try to rush to get it out. They made the choice to delay release so they can redo the story. Delay it a little longer if they have to, just so they can make sure it's done right. There we go. Got some fishies. Yeah, Subnautica was not released, like, perfect either. It definitely had problems, but they did updates, Subnautica's... These are the games that's, like, you notice... They don't release the game in an incomplete state and then say, hey, it's full release, but here's an update that adds some more content to it. It's a case of, here's the game, here's your bug fixes, all this stuff, and now, there's talk still from what I've seen that with the large room and some of the new stuff being added to Below Zero, they're going to backport it to Subnautica. But it's not like, oh, hey, we released it. We meant to have this in full release, but we didn't get it there in time. So here it is in an after update. For Subnautica, Below Zero, original game, it's a case of they're trying to get the game done and then worry about polishing up some stuff, bug fixes afterwards. Not like some developers have done where it's, here's the game, it's full release, but, oh, guess what? Here's another... Basically, what would be the next, alpha development update. They release it early and say it's full release just to get some more sales. Below Zero won't be done that way. When it's released, it'll be maybe some bugs and problems to fix, but it won't be missing content. So we at least know that's going to be happening. See, I've got those posters. I could throw some picture frames up, but wish they would actually throw like an option to put these posters in the picture frames. Like, have it, once you find it, it's defaulted as a picture you could choose for the picture frame instead of it just being all your screenshots. That could be a useful little element, is to have it where, yeah, okay, I want this inspirational picture here in one of my picture frames. It would add a little content option there and would not take away too much effort to add it. It would just be very quick and easy. Let's see, we're gonna add, because I think I'm about to, well, am I remembering right? Yep, I have some more quartz, or am I actually out of quartz now? I think I'm out of quartz. Yeah. My quartz is gone. That one. Okay, we can put that back. Then one more solar panel. I guess we'll go look for some quartz because I realized I was actually getting that low on quartz. Usually I ignore the quartz deposits because I've got so much. How did I line this up? Got 4, so this will be the last one for this side. I like how it just popped me up on top of it. That made it a lot easier. Okay, food and water. I want to grab some food and water to take. At some point, maybe I get to color code this. Actually, I'm going to take a couple of waters. So, you know what? I know what's going to happen. I'm going to get down below, and there's going to be water ready to go in my my filtration. I'll just grab that. Let's go find quartz. So let's get a nice stockpile again. I'll just leave the salt for now. There we go. Plenty of water. Good to go. And now the sea truck. Now last stream I did mods, which actually made this worthwhile to me. But now coming back to no mods from even just plain Subnautica, it's kind of depressing. Because I know I'm back stuck with the sea truck. And I don't have access to the good vehicles. Yeah, this is below zero. I mean, it's pretty much looks similar to the original, but there's similar plants and such because it's on the same planet. But there's also variations. Hi, OG. Happy birthday. Okay, OG Dragon. Happy birthday. Everybody, after this, check out OG Dragon. He does YouTube as well. Solar panels, I don't need that many, but I am doing... All my builds now are themed around a certain style, a certain look. Because what else is there for me to do? The story's not done. The story's being redone, and they're in the middle of that. I don't have anything to really work on for story-wise, so I just build and build for looks. So my solar panels are for the looks. I'm just gonna go to the vent garden area. I think there were still several deposits in that area of quartz that I can get. Getting 120 FPS on max on the game. What game? And it depends on the game. That you know, the game itself makes a difference. Also depends on what you've done in the game. Subnautica, you can get really good FPS depending on your specs when you start the game, but as you do like me and build really big, you kind of start to see that FPS drop a bit on max settings just because of how much stuff you're adding building wise in the game. Oh yeah, I've had that happen quite a few times, Charles. Not just like where I'm walking everywhere, but I've had it happen where, especially with the ladders on the moon pools, last couple updates, grab them and it just drops me back in the water, and you know, a good 1/3 of those times it'll drop me into the water like the water's not there. And of course, if my base is high up, I fall and get hurt or get killed. It's happened quite a few times. People can tell you that, you know, here on the stream, it's happened quite a few too many times. Yeah, if I hear that guy coming up behind me, you know what? I'm going to grab this scan, and there's some quartz here anyway. I'm gonna park in the danger area. Go after him. Oh. Got a couple. Oh, and he blows up, hurting me inside of here. I thought the big guy was coming after me at the exact same time. Like, I don't feel like being eaten right now. Oh, seeing that shadow. A little worrisome. Where'd it go? I don't like it when they disappear like that. It usually means they've gone into the terrain somewhere. Oh, there he is. Hi! I need titanium, but it's not worth dying over it. Just get a little bit lower. Oh, we got some new scans here. Alright, so keep my ears open on this one. I have a feeling he's gonna try to sneak up on me. You helping, or me helping you with your anxiety? I mean, I'm not like, I don't have like any license or certification for helping with anxiety, but if I've helped you with it already, then I'm happy to help. Boris, however you say it, I thank you. Glad you enjoyed the videos. Michael, I have... well, I just have 2 storage compartments and the docking module. I don't carry the fabricator module with me because most of the time I'm not needing to fabricate anything. It's really more if I use that just to get the upgrades at the beginning, and then I kind of dump it and leave it. And normally I would not be carrying the prawn suit if I'm just going out gathering supplies, but... problem is, I'm at that point where it's getting harder to find certain supplies, and I'm getting too much of certain supplies if I'm focusing on breaking the outcroppings. So I keep the prawn suit with me now, mainly for dropping off and drilling out resource deposits. That's what we're looking for right now. If I find some. Also gotta keep my eyes peeled. I think I've already got everything as far as the last few trips I've made over to the wreckage areas. As far as scrap metal, I don't think it's regenerating anything just at random. I think it's more of just when they do the updates or if the cache file gets corrupted. So I don't think I'm going to find any more metal salvage at those locations. But I need to at least get towards, let's see, that's lettuce base, so should be coming into the vent garden hand spires area, I think. I like right along the edge. These two. There's the other wreck. Yeah, they've got to add some kind of expansion on the Sea Truck for full release. I mean, there's got to be more than four hotkey options on there. Especially, make the hotkey for control of certain things and the stuff that doesn't need to be controlled. Depth module, horsepower module. Take them out of that part. Don't even show them on the hotkey bar. Just show them when you open the upgrades, or show them to the side a different color, like the way the prawn suit arms are a different color. They can make it more compact and make it more useful that way. I mean, just 1, 2, 3, 4 trigger spots. Just separate out the non-triggered items from there. Let us have a sonar. It'd be great to have a module that, you know, like a scanner room module. I think that'd be awesome. A portable scanner room with no upgradability. It's just limited range, say like 100 meters. That's it. Around it. Very, very expensive to run. You know, in terms of power consumption. They could balance it to make it where you don't run it all the time, but it would still be usable in certain situations. And do like I've said, they need to change the pings where they don't decay by default, or they can decay by default. Give us an option to set it where it keeps the pings for like so long afterwards, so you can run it to scan for a brief moment. Once you find a few spots, turn it off, stop scanning with the little scanner room part. And when you're not scanning, you can go and
vital signs.
You still have the pings for certain stuff showing. So you're not losing where they are and having to just kind of try to remember it. It would make it a little bit cheaper to run the scanner room. Let's see if I get in here without getting stuck. There we go. Which mod would I say I miss the most? Are you talking about like of all the mods I've ever done, or the mods I'm using right now? Because I would say out of the mods I'm using right now, EasyCraft is probably the one I miss the most, just because I don't have to worry about going back, grabbing certain things to make, you know, stuff. It's like if it's in range, I can make it. I still feel like that should just be part of the game. You know, it makes sense for that interconnected style, being this is the future and we're using a little handheld device that can take something from your pocket and turn it into a gigantic room, you know? It just makes sense that it would work from accessing storage compartments too. Same thing with Fabricator. It should just be where you can have it connected and it works. So that's the one I probably miss the most, because it makes it so much easier when you're just building. There's no having to worry about grabbing certain materials. Plus, it just handles the auto crafting of the intermediary stages. So it gives that like that style I like with, you know, other games where you can queue up items to produce. You know, you can say, hey, make this, followed by this, followed by this. And then that's all the goods for making this. That's something I really miss having in this game and in, you know, the original game. It's a different crafting style. This feels more like the same as the forest, the same as Green Hell, where you're grabbing the resources and carrying them with you right at that moment to make something. Kind of like Green Hell, you have to take the log, put the log there. It's kind of the same feel for it, as opposed to here's this connected storage, make all this, and do it in order, you know, do it sequence. It doesn't have that futuristic feel like it should, but EasyCraft lets it have that. So I would say EasyCraft. When will I go to the Void? I've been to the Void. I've done stuff in the Void. I'm not building in the Void right now because there's no real good way to kill the Void chelicerates. that you get 2 of them spawning in. So far, I haven't seen 3, just 2. And they attack differently. They're not using the same attack approach where they grab the vehicle and drag it around. It's not like it's grabbing the prawn suit. Granted, you're in the void. It's not like you want to use the prawn suit there. You might fall too far. But they swipe you. They just come by, bite, and keep moving. So it's not like grab you and you're just drilling them in the face while they carry you around, do a quick repair, and then do some more. So no, I'm not building in the void. I'm gonna worry about building my current base, and then maybe with mods go back to doing like void building when I have a laser cannon for fighting. Gotcha. I'm swinging from the vent garden. Oh, hey, yeah, there we go. Just drag myself on top. Oh. He's moving, so I'm sliding off. I thought maybe I was actually, like, making him sink because of my weight. But it's just me sliding off. Alright, come on, get it. Whee! Impressive, I hit a fish with my foot and it stopped my momentum. I hit a little fish and it's just like, oh yeah, you're not swinging any further now. I feel like I've already been through all of this area with getting the ports. I think this is where I had that incident where I fell off the edge and fell semi-void. There's that little drop off. There was like 500 meters down, had a ledge. Fortunately, I just had to have, you know, try to get down there and get the crawl suit back up. I thought I had more ports around than this, and how did I just fire through that? Ooh, wow. It's a very pinkish color. The sunrise. It's a very nice visual there. Oh, it's perfectly normal. Just, for some reason, wants to be very pink right here. Did I get him? I got him! Come here. Can't see you. Haha! One less crypto. How long after release before somebody puts the Cyclops in? See, that's been asked a few times, actually, or, you know, if there's a mod to bring it in. The problem with that is they kind of designed the game around not having the Cyclops. There's, granted, plenty of room for the Cyclops to fit in the upper area, but the lower area, the Crystal Caverns, everything, is kind of where you can't fit the Cyclops into that section of the world. So it's designed to force you onto the sea truck, to force you to find the sea truck more useful, as opposed to actually making the sea truck more useful. In my opinion, I still find the sea truck to be not very useful by comparison to previous vehicle options. I just want the sea moth added back in. That's enough right there. Get the sea moth in, take the mods for the sea moth from the original game, and I'd pretty much use the sea truck for nothing other than transporting the prawn suit around. It would have the docking module. That's it. Everything else
Gallery
done,
intake recommended.
gone. No other modules, just the cab, the docking module, and there it goes. But we did test mods last time, and there are some decent mods already for the sea truck. Not saying it's making like a huge difference on it, but it does make a difference. It does make the sea truck more useful. But I'm not gonna say it makes it like it's not a complete fix for everything. It does make it more useful overall, makes it a little bit more enjoyable. The flying mod makes it definitely more enjoyable to use. But, you know, some of that is just stuff that should not exist because it should be the devs fixing it, is what I think. I feel this game is becoming more of like Bethesda type stuff where, oh, yeah, that's a problem. We'll let the modders fix it. Oh, okay, so it can't eat. Yeah, alright, so no Cyclops in this game. Great. At all. This may be one of those games where it's like, unless there's some major mods that come out, you know, Prime Site, Miss Purple, FC, you know, Field Creator Studios, that just can absolutely overhaul the sea truck. I feel like this is going to be that game that is like, oh, we played it once. Okay, played it again. All right, twice. That's enough. I'm going to go back to the original game. I think they're going to see a resurgence in gameplay on the original game after release of this. Especially since player favorite Cyclops is going to be gone. Ooh, titanium. I didn't think I'd find titanium. Hey, Pseudo. With you and Stranger Pings. I mean, yeah, I can't remember everything now. It's been a few weeks since the game updated to the Stranger Pings. I know, you know, the Stranger Pings was the pings, the map, you know, heads up display stuff for the precursor tech. Not like, oh, you've got sonar pings, which is what I was thinking when I saw the title. I was disappointed by the update because of that factor. Big thing now, you can plant and grow your own heat fruit, so no having to go get that. Now we actually have a way to plant and grow everything needed for the spicy salad. So if you like using the spicy salad, then you don't have to worry about going out and gathering stuff for it. You can actually grow everything now, so that's a nice touch. Ooh, Mr. Purple's working on a mod for building inside the sea truck. Again, I've said they need to dump the storage modules, dump the fabricator module, because it's just the designs are bad. Face it, you don't build a submersible with wasted space like that. Just like you don't build a Mars rover with wasted space. You cram everything in you can to as much space as you can to get the most out of it. So dump the storage module, dump the fabricator module, and make a single, this is customizable module. That should be the way the game is done at full release. It should have both of these gone, and I can just come in here and be like, you know what, I want to put in a standing locker, and I can have it even snap. They can make it where it snaps in place.
Starvation imminent.
I'm not that hungry yet. I mean, look at how pitiful that storage is. It's just not worth it. It's just not worth having these. Like, you need, for a decent amount of storage for this to replace the Cyclops, you pretty much have to have all your modules be storage. And then you're sacrificing all that speed. It's not done right. It needs to be they need an overhaul on the sea truck, just like they've done with the story. Oh, don't have room there. All right. I guess I'm gonna drink. I got plenty to drink.
Vital signs
And
stabilizing.
where is he? Timmy. Timmy left again. He has decided to. He doesn't, I guess, want to sit in here now, since I'm not giving him treats so quickly. So we're gonna eat. I'm gonna start with one. I don't know how well my stomach's gonna handle these today, because I had some stomach issues yesterday. But Carolina Reaper cheese ball, evil cheese ball. Ooh, let's see if I can get. Nope, too close for light. But we're gonna eat the spicy fruit salad, and of course I'm gonna eat the cheese ball with
Vital
it.
signs stabilizing.
How do you find the notes for building stuff? Are you talking about like the notes for how to build them in the game, like unlocks, or are you talking about No Man's Sky update notes for the new update, the Origins update? Because the Origins update, just look, I think it's nomansky.com. Ah, quick, there. And it's just got like the Origins update right there, and you can just go through all the build notes for the new update. But you're talking about all the unlocks, there's a wiki that's pretty involved. Oh, there goes that first hiccup. And second one. Alright. Definitely getting me a little bit more today. Like I said, I don't know how well I'll be able to handle those today. But we'll start with one and see what happens. At least it's burning my mouth and throat. Like I say, chew thoroughly, because if you don't, it's not going to burn your mouth and throat. It's going to burn something else. And that's the part you don't want it burning. Ooh, more quartz. Came for the quartz. Actually got some titanium. I will need to do some recharges. There we go. Go pad with the code. I don't know about that. World's spiciest ramen. I've seen that one. Actually, they got a couple of them, I think, that have the chicken on the cover. Because I've got one. I don't think mine has the chicken. But it's the same, like, company, I think, that makes them all. That I got, and it's the fire noodle challenge. Like, if you ever see the people do the fire noodle challenge, it's those. I got a bunch of those, and you know, it's, I mean, I can understand for most people it would be a hot experience, but I ended up having to like add stuff to it. I threw a bunch of Thai chili pepper in there, Thai red chili, when I made mine. I know I've seen what is it, Matt Stoney? He's done it where he's ate like, he fits like 15 packs of them. It was like some massive bowl, and he just ate the whole thing. So for him, it was like the eating challenge, like how much. But I've seen other people eat the fire noodle ones that were like, you know, 2 bites in could not even make it any further. But you're saying that's, you know, you've got the spiciest ramen noodles. These are, as it says on the pack, Carolina Reaper cheese balls, 2.2 million Scoville. I don't think they're a full 2.2 million, but it says the hottest balls you'll ever put in your mouth. So, if you want some hot balls in your mouth, these are the ones to go with. They're actually, I got a link below if you want to try them out. I did a comparison with them. I've got, what's it called? Burn after eating. hot sauce that was on at least one season of Hot Ones, and it was the next to last one. It was the one that is rated like 680,000 Scoville. It's hot, but it's not that hot. It's not as hot as these cheese balls. And based on the heat level of it, I would say these are, you know, a little twice as much, maybe a little more. So I'd say this is probably, it says 2.2 million because that's what the Carolina Reaper is, but I think these are probably actually more in the range of 1.5, maybe a little less. But they burn for a while. At least the first one burns for a while. After you get the first one in, you start to desensitize. Usually on my good days, by the time I get to number 4, it's like, that's fine. Barely even kick up any saliva when I chew it. Alright. Let's go back in this direction. I'm just going to keep an eye out for more quartz. Oh, there. Right there. Some more quartz. You know what? Back off. Oh. Alright, fun one here. It feels like I'm burning through power faster now after removing mods from my game. There it is. Alright. Get in here, drill it without getting stuck. Oh, Jason, thank you for joining in. Oh. Oh, yeah, that... I might not be handling those cheese balls too well today. I might be the only one for today. Ugh. Hey, Merrick. Thanks for joining in. Getting ghost pepper cheese balls? See, I mean, I could go and... I'm sure somebody makes ghost pepper cheese balls. I've got black garlic ghost pepper. Hot sauce I've gotten... Oh, actually, I didn't get ghost pepper. Well, I've had Carolina Reaper beef jerky, but it was one of those where it's like, you know, it was a little bit of like pepper mash mixed in with like, you know, Carolina Reaper along with some other peppers, which is pretty much what these are. These are they use a mash where they mix a bunch of peppers together. Where is it? I saw somewhere where they use, but I know there's one that is like a mash of like the Carolina Reaper, ghost pepper, and Moruga Scorpion, I think. So it's not like just all Carolina Reaper, but even the Moruga Scorpion, ghost pepper are hot peppers. But then you get that mash, you just kind of mix it in. It's not like you're getting the full blow of a Carolina Reaper. It's not like eating a whole pepper. But yeah, I don't know if I've seen ghost pepper cheese balls, but I mean Carolina Reaper cheese balls, they've got Carolina Reaper beef jerky of differing heat levels depending on how much they mix on there. Cheese, spicy, hot chicken flavored ramen. Okay. Come on, Quartz. Alright, that's another mod I want to see. Drill damage mod? Yeah, the drill damage mod. Just because of making it go faster when drilling. I remember adding the drill damage mod just for live stream purposes on original Subnautica because it takes so long to drill out in spots. It was like people asked me to add it just to speed it up because of the delay in live streaming with it. So I did. Now I just kind of like, I'm used to that drill speed.
Nearby thermal vent hosts large number of organisms.
Oh, yay. Thanks for telling me that. Like I didn't see them already. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's gonna be the only cheese ball for me today. That's not settling right. Even though I chewed it plenty, it's not like I've had too much spicy food. Before somebody says you've eaten too much spicy food, you're messing up your stomach. That's not it. It's just I've changed my diet up recently, and so I wasn't. It may also be just I got hot dogs yesterday because I was out walking Timmy and he wanted to go see the guys at the hot dog stand. So I got hot dogs. It might be something to do with that too. Yeah, that's hurting a little more than it should be right now. But I think that's gonna be the only cheese ball today. Zathorius, thanks for the subscribe if you are with us right now. And I'm coming straight to the island. There we go. We're gonna turn this direction. I'm actually going to burn through my power cells for a change. Oh. Or I'm gonna grab all the quartz I can. I don't like having the idea of coming back again if I still have storage space. Hello, Martin. Thanks for joining in. I try not to eat ice cream just because once I start, I don't want to stop, and I'm trying to be healthier now. Man, I'm trying to actually like control my diet a little bit more closely, trying to cut down on junky type foods, and I don't like milk. It's not like an intolerance thing. I just don't like the taste of milk. If I drink milk, it has to be chocolate and it has to have, or you know, some kind of flavoring to it and some kind of extra benefit beyond I'm just drinking milk. Like I'll drink a muscle milk type drink or something like that every now and then, but it's not my preference to have that if I have something else to drink. Well, thank you for hitting that like button, Martin. Alright, so I think that's enough. I've got stuff in the prawn suit. I need to charge the prawn suit. Need to charge this as well, but I'm going to start with the prawn suit because I need to get stuff out of it. That way then it can be docked with this. And then put the sea truck cab into charge. But man, this is like the lowest my power level has gotten with this in a while. Normally, I don't have it go this low, even using a lot of boost. Wait, where? I'll go and distress call. Did I just miss it? Is it on on the other side. There it is. Okay. There's my monkeys. Oh, hey, he's got a light rod or a light stick. I noticed they start like doing that randomly with the new update. You know what, I'm just gonna start with this. Cause where is he at? Fine, I'll take it. Where? There, I see you glowing. Is that one of my light sticks, maybe? Like he went and stole my light stick that I placed down? Or maybe he's just like, I saw you placing light sticks. I thought you might want another one. Let's see, I need to gently land. Grab. Oh yeah, I can't grab anything. I'm full. Oh, yep, there it goes. I'm so used now to being able to climb back up correctly with Subnautica that I keep forgetting. Below Zero doesn't play well with those. Below Zero likes to drop you into the water like the water's not there and kill you. Alright. I might have enough quartz for a little while. Oh, no! It slid off. Use easy-made food at home. What do you mean, like, easy-made food? Like, easy-cooked food? Or, like, easy-made, you toss it in the microwave? That's one thing I'm trying to get away from is doing like, so much microwave food. Stuff like that. There we go. Alright, dropping off a few more supplies, and then I'll start getting everything out of the sea truck. Oh yeah, look at that. Back to a lot of quartz. Still not a lot of titanium after that, but at least more quartz. Oh, it pushed my angle down low enough I couldn't climb in. It's funny that it jumped me from there all the way down. Like, at least let me climb in and see myself slide into the driver's seat. If the angle is the problem, let me slide visibly, have an animation where it slides me down into the driver's seat. So I can level everything out. That'd be cool. So I have titanium in that one. Yep. Full on that one now. Alright, oh yeah, let's go put water away. I can grab more stuff if I don't have extra water in my inventory. Yeah. Duh. Could have done that earlier. It would cut things down just a little bit. I need to put the light stick somewhere. Actually, I want to place it down inside. How about that? I want the freedom to place it where I want. Why is it not able to go inside? It doesn't make sense. It's a little battery-powered light stick. Let me put it inside for some, you know, mood lighting. We'll turn the lights off in that room. you know, with the control room and have mood lighting. So that's empty. That's food or, you know, planter stuff. Yes, there we go. Come on, you can do it. All right, more quartz. All right, I've got spare titanium beyond that, so oh, they are reproducing. Except for, of course, the singles in there. Has a couple of single fish. Place the foundation. I mean, I could do that. I just don't want to do it for the visual. You know, yeah, I could throw a foundation down there. Actually, I don't know if you can actually build below an existing piece of the structure. I'd have to put it somewhere else. I would have had to build it to begin with, I think. Because there's a few cases where it does not play nice with letting you put stuff down after the fact. Yeah, okay. Solar power is not covering everything quite so well. For everybody that likes the fish to be spared, heat fruit actually works pretty well. I don't know the exact value. I haven't looked at those yet, but I think in the end, just for simplicity, because of how quickly you can grow it, and the fact that it has no, you know, expiration on it right now, I probably will say best fuel for bioreactor will be heat fruit, just loaded up. I'm sure there's a fish that's going to be better in terms of overall power amount. But, you know, it's a case of going, grabbing them, you know, producing them. If you're needing power quickly, the heat fruit, you can place several plants down and be able to get not only food, but bioreactor fuel going pretty quickly with it. Hold on. I was standing on it before. Alright. Let's do it this way. Try to finish off some solar panels. Alright, now, as I can't see it, this is where we're going to turn everything going that way, going this way. And of course, I can't see anything now. Oh, that's turned the wrong angle. Alright, back in. More freeze. Let's see. Oh, yep. Because that totally is going to work with a very thick insulated suit. I guess I could be like throwing on the helmet mask piece if it really mattered. Let's eat. I'm just gonna eat trusty melons. Yeah, let me. Such a shift to go between below zero and original Subnautica in terms of controls. Controls are, you know, there's good stuff about Subnautica versus below zero, and there's good stuff about below zero versus Subnautica in terms of controls. You know, I can move stuff between containers so much faster because it's left click in this one as opposed to right click in Subnautica. But at the same time, I have to be in my inventory, not in a container inventory, not accessing a container. I have to be accessing just my standard inventory like this to be able to eat, you know, and drink. I can't plant seeds back into the planter bed and eat the food at the same time. And I miss that. That is such a nice feature in Subnautica versus here. And it's just because of the way they changed the controls for it. I'm hoping they'll fix that back. Because, yeah, it's a minor thing, that extra step to take it out, but it does add time, and it's frustration, and it's also frustrating when you're like, I want to eat this marble melon, and out of habit, left-click it when you're accessing the grow bed, only to have it plant the melon in the grow bed instead. You know, it's like, if it just would, like, eat it, like I'm wanting it to, it wouldn't be a problem. Please tell me I didn't just get stuck here. Come on, let me over. Or there we go. I'm skinny enough to get around.
Approaching. Seek
So I did too many here. I did 3 sets over, or you know, sections of 3 over here. So I did too many. I want to keep it consistent. We're going to spread these out a bit more. Again, easy craft, I'd just be out here, like, just, okay, I want to build this, and just quickly build it. You know, wouldn't have to worry about collecting the right materials from inside. It'd just be go. Oh, and that's way off. Storm came, and the storm went. That was fast. I will say this, I do like the continuing the build aspect of Below Zero. Like, you finish one item, and it lets you immediately start building the next one if you're wanting to build the same one. I like that in terms of if I'm building it right then. Like,
welcome aboard, Captain.
I'm trying to place this down, and I finish, and I want to keep building more. I like that, but when you place something down, you place several of them down, and you start... and you go back later with supplies to complete things, and then it's like, well, you just completed this one, so you must want to build another one. It's like, no, I want to finish the next one that's already in place. It should not do the, you know, automatically having that selected when you're completing one that you started earlier, I think. I feel like it should be separated out for that. How much do I have? That's 2 more. Actually, we want to do a 3rd one because I've got 3. Let's do that. And dump some water off. Yeah, there we go. We'll drop these. Again, it's nice having... where did I put my salt? I just... I didn't make a salt storage over here. Okay, we'll have to fix that. It's nice, I can, like, I have on my mouse an auto fire button. Super fast, swap between this container, that container, left click, but, you know, I could forego that to have the original controls back. Reese, my channel, let's see, I started it going on 4 years ago. It'd be 4 years into this year, because I started it right at, like, between Christmas and New Year's, so it's been a while. But it's not like I'm not sitting here just trying to say, yeah, let me be a super massive YouTuber. I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to just, you know, make content that I enjoy and let it grow as it does. But yeah, I'm 4 years, or getting into towards 4 years, like, be 3 years, 9 months now, so. Because I was actually listening to interview with somebody. I can't remember the name of the channel. But I do listen to like stuff regarding YouTube, you know, how to, you know, better create your content and things like that. Try to make things work better because, you know, I enjoy people watching the content. And if it can help me get some money to upgrade equipment and everything to produce better content, then I want to do that. But I was listening to an interview for somebody who was like, talk about how they were 4 years into their channel and had just been, you know, posting, they just whatever they randomly felt like doing. And I think it was, they said like after 4 years they had 2,000 subscribers and finally decided they wanted to just get more focused with it and try to grow. And now they're like approaching 20,000. I think it's like going on 5 years now. It was like several months later. So it's like, you know, if you want to go for big growth, there are certain things you can do to do that. I just rather stick with, I'm playing, I'm having fun, and if you enjoy the content too, then yeah, that's also a good part of it. Let's see, I mean, ooh, I know what I need to do. I'll have to get up top because I need to fix one light that's not linking correctly. I've been meaning to do that. I'll take those. Cause that should be enough for 4. I think I got. See if it's a floodlight. So can I get up? Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to.
Weather approaching. Seek shelter.
Try. I need other stuff as additional building materials. So, if you ever want to build on top of your large rooms, here's the easy trick for it. There we go. We gotta throw this in. Actually, I only have to go that high if I get it to place correctly. There we go. Do it like that. It'll be easier to reach. We'll throw the hatch. Hop in. Take the hatch out. Pop the hatch up here. Hop out. Go ahead and take the hatch off because I'm going to try to fix this all now. So I don't have to come back up here. There we go. We got some supplies back. I'm taking this out because while it's sitting here, it's not actually activating. Those are working. I'm not sure why that one did not want to activate. I'm going to put it further back. There we go. Now it turns on. I guess the other one was just a little too far out. You know, I'm going to add one here as well. So I'm going to bring it back. I don't want to have it hanging off the edge anymore. Like that one. Love how it is so high above, it actually has to show the linking, like, connection there. Oh, yeah, you know what? We're going to throw... Never mind. I don't have anything looking in here other than that. Maybe I could put like some pet penguins in there and see if they'll hang out and stay, or just, you know, have light in there for that purpose. How much did I? Yeah, I got enough for a couple more. Because that was I moved that one. I built that one, so that's 1, 2. So I should have 2 more.
Seek shelter.
I'm thinking I'm not going to build any higher, but I don't know if I want to lock it down to this being where I put the next one. So Just gonna go with this. Like, yeah, go like that. Ooh, temperature is dropping. All right, I see power. I see power. I got lights. And yeah, that bugginess with the animations. But you know, actually, I'll just do it the easy way. We'll free cam it. So we got that working. So that's shining over here. Yep. In addition, I'm sure I'm gonna take that one out. I'll put that one somewhere. We may put it like there, aimed over one of these directions. So we got light that should light up everything on the platform. I still have room to do some more of these. So we got, I need 3 more rows of 2 over here because I want to have it symmetrical, where I have like a walking path. We got light there and light here. Yeah, so this will look a little bit better when we get to nighttime. And you know what? Let's save. Yes, YouTube is a long-term thing. It's one of those things, if you are a YouTuber, if you don't already listen to things related to that, check out Video Creators, the Video Creator Podcast. There's YouTube Creators Hub and vidIQ, the 3 big ones I would say check out. And, you know, that's the big thing is, you know, people who jump in and think it's going to be an overnight success, like MrBeast was not an overnight success. He was at this for a while. He just figured out what to do, you know, to get that growth, and specifically went for that growth. You know, then there's YouTubers that are like, I don't care about growing like that. I don't want to specifically target for that. I want to make content I enjoy, but at the same time try to grow too. I just don't want to focus on the growth being the main driving factor. But yeah, there's a, you know, it's a long-term project. You've got to really invest time in it. It's the same thing with, you know, musicians. Overnight successes are not like they just picked up a guitar and started playing and became famous. It was, they picked up a guitar and spent years practicing and honing their playing or their songwriting or something, and putting themselves out there, and finally got picked up and discovered. Okay, that was my spare stuff for getting around the roof. I need 6 more total solar panels, and that's should complete everything. So that's 3 solar panels, except for the titanium. Alright, so that's 3 more solar panels. So that gets me halfway. At least get that done. And then, yeah, we'll get the, I'm gonna get the solar panels done today. How about that? That way I can say I don't even have to worry about them anymore. And actually, or no, I do have, yeah, I've got 6 more, but I did not spread these out on this end quite as much. Those are quite packed in. Yeah, these did not get moved back, and that's off a bit. Okay, Prime Sonic, you're still with us. I definitely gotta be looking at the snap builder with this one too. I definitely like the snap builder. There's just problems with it and items, mainly in the decorations mod, it seems. There's certain ones that just don't want to snap right. But yeah, snap to build, I cannot believe that is... It's one of those things that it's like they seriously just left it to a modder to fix that element when it should be part of the game. I mean, snap to build, if you're looking for... I think they've got it for below 0 now. If you're looking for being able to control your placement, you haven't been following my new series with Subnautica modded, snap to build, you've got, you know, large, like, snap distances, so it'll be like snap here, then snap here, like that, like snaps in a larger area. You hold a button down to fine-tune the controls.
Hypothermia imminent.
Oh, wasn't paying attention to my temperature level. But yeah, you could do fine-tune control snapping, and then you just mouse click to turn it off, for the stuff that you just want to place freely is perfectly done. That's exactly how it should be default in the game, if you ask me. It's like No Man's Sky. You can snap stuff, but then you have stuff that it's like, well, it snaps here, but it doesn't have to snap here. You can adjust and move it around a little bit and have it snap in a different spot. Or have it not snap at all. Having stuff that just never snaps, or, you know, only very limited stuff that snaps, it's frustrating when you're trying to make things line up. That's one reason I stopped playing the forest and doing lots of builds in the forest. And I did an extra row there. You know what? That's fine. It's supposed to be 2 rows of 6, and then I'll do that. I can make extra. We might even adjust the other side. I don't know. It's only because I've got the hatch sticking out here that I didn't do another row. But I could do one more here, make it work, and then we just have 2. Yeah. All right. So 4 more there, 1 more there. So we'll make it 5 more. Try swapping that out now. So yeah, I'm gonna burn through all of my titanium. All right, that's 5 more worth of titanium. $5 quartz, or 5 worth in quartz. 10 titanium, 10 quartz, and 5 copper. We'll build this. So, you know, I'm just rotate it this way. Look at that. Okay, so 3 rows of 3, 2 rows of 2. Got 3 rows of 3. We're going to do the 2 rows of 2 now. About like that. I think I've still got way too much space between them. There we go.
Weather approaching.
Again, I'm getting more like dangerous weather in this stream than normal. Like the game's conspiring against me. I mean, right near the start of the stream, I had lightning strike inside the base, which it's not supposed to do. I think that's actually off set. It's got the wrong angling on it, but you know what? I'm ready to get this done. There we go. Last solar panel. Yes. So if I did want to have like a connection here, I would have a hatch right here. It'd work. It'd be fine. It'd be cool. Take that out. So we can move that somewhere. Ooh. I could build it on top of this. Yeah, let's just put it up here. I got that one shining this way. That's what I'm just gonna do. Okay. I have to place it there.
Dangerous weather approaching. Seek shelter.
Now we'll go like this. We'll get more of the angle here. Because that is kind of like, that's got this in the way a bit. There. So, actually see some of my lily pad base in the sky because of rendering weirdness. We're still good. 4,150 power now. That's enough. Let's go. Let's see. We have, that's 9, 13. Okay. So that would be, yep, 9 and 13. So we got 26. And then for now, I've got 8 on each of these. So that's 16. So that's 42. solar panels right now. If I decide to, I'll add like another row or two behind these later, but I think that's enough. That's 42 solar panels. Still not 120 like I've done on Subnautica with mods, but it's harder to get titanium in this game in large quantities. Alright. You know what? We'll swap just because. Just to go ahead and do that. I got that going. Really great for these to allow for plants in them. Alright, save. You want to go play Clash of Clans, but it's on the phone. Okay, well, you know, you can play. That's fine. You don't have to stay and hang out at spots. I understand. Stupid Shark, thank you. I mean, I appreciate every sub I get. If I get more subs, that's great. I'm more concerned with how many people actually are watching the videos. And of course, right now, we've got 33 people watching right now. I'm glad to have all 33 of you hanging out with me, taking time out of your day or night, whatever it is, to hang out and watch, you know. It's all very much appreciated. What's that look like? It's browning. It looks like it's brown compared to, oh, it is like coloring is off a little bit. That's going like red now. Yeah. There's a nighttime. Oh, yep. Getting that light from outside affecting it. Ugh. Okay, good. We're going to have perfect time. Actually, we'll go ahead and take a look at how it's starting to look. Nice sheen on everything. I'm starting to think the black choice for coloring is maybe a little bit too dark in terms of visual for this. It's just, you get some reflection, but not a lot. The blue works. I like the blue. It's a good blue color to it. I feel like I might want to change it out, though. Maybe go with... Maybe swap it around. We go with the blue, that same blue for this color, and then black for that color. Because the blue also would make it look a lot better here, because that weirdness with the black on that. Oh yeah, look, we got light there. Light there. All around. It's just, it looks better. Let's see, we can't see anything because of the storm, but yeah, you can see the lights from here. It's like that, like if you think you're in the Arctic, you're going towards like, hey, our Arctic base is here. You get close enough, it's not a horrible blizzard. Hey, there's the lights, you know, as it starts to clear, you get to see the lights from a distance. Oh, I love that it's actually reaching all the way out here too. Then you get that visual there. Look at the multi-purpose room on the end right there. As I move in, it renders the outside panel, then it unrenders it. So I can see the whole fish inside. I still want a way to place these sideways. I want to place it where it's sticking and aiming this way to light that up and light everything below up as well. And I just realized I have left the prawn suit charging the whole time I've been building that. I didn't even go back down to get the prawn suit out and dock the sea truck. Sea truck needs a lot of charging too.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Might need to get this charged up because it's 19% power. And needs some repair. I'll scoot back. Make sure you're coming in like this so it doesn't grab and cause you to take damage when you redock.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
I've been seeing too much of that. Once you exit and try to reconnect to your modules, if you go too far forward, it's going to pull them in under you. And you'll damage the sea truck getting back into it. Oh, that's actually showing correctly for salt and water now. Alright, we've got that charging. This was full. And I had a few pieces in there. And some more in my inventory. So, yeah, maybe like all of this and like 2 rows of another one worth the titanium from earlier, and it's gone. All gone. Actually, I had this was loaded with quartz. This was loaded with quartz. This had a bunch of quartz. And now I'm down to this. And still got a lot there. We got plenty there. Ooh, yeah. Too much gold and silver at the moment. I am not needing that many things with gold and silver right now. It's not like I'm making data storage servers in this one. Very different in the Subnautica series right now than this. Let's try that. So, you know, actually, let's look at that. Okay, so right there. Oh, da. Okay, wish you just type it in. I mean, I wouldn't work for like console, but I wish you could just type it in. I'm not gonna get this just right. Oh, I saw it pass. It went by. Oh, all me like, you see, I'm like wobbling. I mean, that could be da right there. I'm gonna turn my DPI down. Ah, got it. Yes. There we go. Okay. Stripe 1. You know, I'm not even sure which stripe it is, but I'm thinking that's the one I need. Let's look at it. Oh, yeah, look at that. So, swapped everything around. That seems like that would be the stripe and not... That would be the base color, because that's... Like, oh, yeah, that's it. All right, so, base color, stripe. Where's the other stripe? Because I got another stripe that's blue. What's the other stripe on this one? Let's go with stripe 2. Oh, let's go white. I'm not even moving anything else. I can just change the color saturation back up. Where's the white? Where's the white stripe? Singular, not stripes, white stripe. I don't even see it. That definitely looks better. I don't even see the other stripe having an effect here. You know what? Let's go with probably like a yellow. Oh, I get like a burnished gold type color to it. Yeah, we'll see how that works. Oh yeah, the join button, I don't think they've got it fixed quite right yet for it to work on, like, mobile devices. It should work on mobile devices, but I don't think they've got the membership join button working on anything but, like, really PC right now. Which surprises me, because, I mean, YouTube takes a cut off of that. You think they'd have it working 100% so they can make some more money off of that, too. I'm not seeing that other stripe taking effect here. Maybe I'm just missing it, but I'm not seeing that gold stripe really stand out, unless that's it right there. Let's say that's the gold stripe, and like that stripe right there. We'll change this to just a white color and see if it does anything different on that. Yeah, that's it. So you barely get any real... It's like... It's not even like the color. It's not even that part there. It's actually just this on these rooms. And it's like adding a color hue to it. It's not actually changing the color. Like just repainting. It's just like, oh yes, adding a shader to it. Like, oh, it's not that color. It's a shade of that color. We'll go straight yellow. I think that will end up working for a goldish type color. Oh yeah, look at that. That's got more of like a kind of gold to it. Like a gold bronzing type look to it, maybe. Okay, that will work. So instead of it being an all like a black base that's hard to see everything, we got a blue base. Granted, black was a very good standout against the white of the iceberg. That does stand out still, and I'm not going to be sitting here like can't see the platforms very well at night. Also, not hiding the doorway. Is that unnecessarily dark imagery for it on black was like a problem. Oh, and now this is white. Is that... That's white too, so it's like, it's doing the whiteout effect. That's what it is. It's doing the whiteout effect. From like, yeah, storm. Snowstorm, so it's affecting everything inside. I'm hoping they fix that too. I'm sure they'll fix that for full release. They've got to fix that for full release. That's just not going to work. And there's only certain things, like, that's already grown. But the stuff that was growing did not get affected. And oh, Sanchez, thank you for that. Glad to have you aboard. Thank you, Prime. Oh, I've actually, now that you're, I know you're still watching. I have an idea I'm going to throw to you because I don't see anybody from Field Creator Studios on yet, and I'm sure they'll be the ones. I'm sure they'll be the ones that would be like needed for this because of how good they are with the visuals, with the actual modeling for the designs of the mods. But had an idea for this game, first game, whichever, automated sentry turret, defensive turret. Let me save, and we'll do, because I like to make sure I'm saving before I do too much with free cam. I don't have it here, but imagine, okay, well, you know, we'll go down. Actually, we can go to one of my other bases. Take the code, I guess, or the basis of the spotlight. You know, the one that tracks in aggressives. So if I had that here, it would use the spotlight base to attract the aggressive creatures in the area, and then add to it the torpedo arms. So it's basically like a spotlight with a torpedo arm. Spotlight tracks the aggressive creature as it comes swimming around. So it's like, oh yeah, there's a, there's a bully shark or brute shark coming up, tracking, gets in a certain range, fires off a torpedo at it. I think that could be a cool little, I mean, you know, people have been wanting something like that for a while, but that popped in my head as like, if this tracks the aggressives, this is supposed to track them, why does that not already have an option for that? So just a thought there, you know, I don't know if that would work, but to me that seems like just thinking of it from already existing functionality, that would be an option in there. So maybe you pass it along to somebody at Field Creator Studios. Sanchez, I'm glad you like the emotes. Oh, Mr. Purple, you can steal the idea too. Maybe work with Field Creator Studios. Whoever, you know, it's going to take some, I feel like, yeah, you could do like just a prawn suit torpedo arm mounted onto the spotlight and kind of retouch the graphic a little bit, but I think it would be a really cool idea to have one that looks like a turret. You know, like it has 2 torpedo tubes on it or something like that. And it could be one of those things where it ties in, just still throwing out ideas, You know, we have the Easy Craft style, using something like Easy Craft where it automatically pulls from a locker for the torpedo storage, and have, like, with the Easy Craft and the auto sort lockers, you have auto sort that allows you, it's like specifically this locker for the, you know, it's the purple locker. I think it was just purple, maybe blue, I can't remember now. But the locker that was for the docked vehicle storage access could be used to turn into the auto sort, and auto sort to your auto sort lockers everywhere else when you docked. Using something like that, just have a locker that's like, this is the ammo repository, torpedo repository locker that you place it, it automatically ties in or lets you tie in with your turrets for firing. So you don't have to go out and load them. You have an ammo locker that you load up, and it automatically pumps the ammo into them when they fire. So there you go. that would be a good option there. You're 13 days to your birthday, so happy early birthday, Merrick. PS Gamer, you watch a lot of streams. Yes, I know that. So, alright. We've got... I burned through a bunch of... Where are we at in the time? But we're not even at 2 hours yet. Wow. Okay. What else can we do then? Because I'm kind of like... I'm running out of stuff. Oh, actually, I know what I need to add. We need to add... I thought of this earlier. I'll find a spot. Okay. So I'm right at that spot where it's too high, but... You know, there's like that narrow range between the counter and the top area for the locker to fit. So this is going to be my salt locker. Because I'm going to be getting salt. So we can make salted fish and, you know, cured fish. See, I put it in there. Saltines. Yeah. Saltine crackers. So we got that. Stuff for making that. That doesn't need refrigeration, but I just need a place for it to go anyway. And then our water, the little tablet. Of course, we got snack foods, all that. We got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 total disc right now showing. And these keep turning off. Every time you load the game, you have to go turn these back on. I wish they would stay on. And we have this. I was hoping to build out that way, but it won't let me because of the new height restriction. So, oh well. Where else can we go? I know last time we found that new area that I had not been to yet. And of course, I didn't save anything last time because we were modding. I guess we'd go do that. There's that new area. Let me make sure I've got... Yeah, I've got my laser cutter. I'll go ahead and grab... Oh, yeah. All those solar panels, I'm still burning through the bioreactor first, it seems. Oh, yeah. I suspect Heat Fruit will get a rebalance before full release. Because that's, I mean, it's great for early access, so you don't have to worry about it. Like, oh yeah, I gotta worry about, you know, overcomplicated farming. Is just like, yeah, it's easier to see if everybody likes it. Does it become too easy to use it, etc. So I feel like at the end, that's going to be considered too easy to do. And they're too easy once you build that or plant that first heat fruit plant. It just gets too easy to grow heat fruit, and I mean that is so good in terms of food and water. Nothing else you'd have to do. And you know, if you're like, I know the game, I know what to do, you could sit there and just be like, I'm gonna go straight for where the Snowfox base dock is, run right into one of the little tunnels there and grab some heat fruit right at the beginning. And as soon as you have, which actually it's not that bad to get the indoor grow bed either, very quick and easy to get that going for food and water. I feel like they're gonna have to rebalance it a bit. Let's see, I'm going to... Oh man, what was I was going to do now? Oh yeah, this way. I was going the wrong way. We're going to go to that little cavern area. PS Gamer, yeah, I'll let you, well, you and Jason can both choose, like, creatures. When we get to the end of the stream, we'll do, like, the last bit where we'll goof around with the console commands, and I'll just make some crazy creatures show up. We'll try to break the game again. You're saving more for a portable audio video setup. Like, what's your audio video setup going to be used for in terms of needing that portability? Are you looking at doing like outdoor video, outdoor podcasting? Like, you know, what are you trying to do with it? I want to know. I'm interested. Wait a second, what? Did it get closed in? Oh no, it's that's right, it goes around there. Oh, I did already get it. I forgot about that. I did save. Was it? That wasn't even last time. That was the previous time, was it? I can't remember. It's getting confusing between this game and the first one. I remember what I've done. That's still in the way though. Move. Oh, that is so buggy. That is so absolutely horribly buggy right now. Like, there's no smoothness to it at all. There's bladderfish. Actually, can I even build in here? Let's see. Is there any spot for at least a multi-purpose room? Because I will need something like that because of bioreactor power. As I want to trunk a bunch of glitchy power transmitters in. You can do this. I could build like a tunnel in here. I mean, it might be kind of hard to get it to turn the right way in places, especially going through like that. Oh, that's right. I did do this previously where I made sure to save it so I could activate the teleport portal there. Yeah, so this blends together at times. I forget what I've done or when I've done it. That's still up there because I went up there. Now I remember I went up there and I teleported back from the other direction. So the elevator's still stuck. Yeah, so that's, if you're not familiar with this location, this that teleports you to the Snowfox dock. Or not Snowfox dock, but the Snowfox base, which is right by the dock. It's just kind of a weird placement, actually. There's the teleporter there. Yeah, it's convenient. You know, if you want to use that to help get back, like with your prawn suit or something, I guess. Actually, no, you can't, because I looked, there's a spot you can't get the prawn suit out of. So that's like really more for getting back just on foot. But at the same time, you just walk past the teleporter and ride the elevator down, do this, and you come out across from the Snowfox Base dock. It really is like, it depends on which direction you want to go. And it's a cool little factor they put this in here where you have to cut to get in. But it's really not that great of a, it's not a shortcut, necessarily. Because there's the base dock. Let's see, what else? Is there anything else I've missed? Has anybody found anything else? Oh, portable. So not like you're making videos, but you want to be able to like watch movies and such. I outside with that. I mean, yo, one option. If you're not doing it for like outside, but you want to do portable option for that, you know, one thing to consider is just making sure your projector. And I've only had to get a few for work clients that needed it, but get a projector that's got enough lumens so it can work on like a plain wall and not be a problem. As opposed to having to have a projector screen to make it work. Always make sure you have a spare bulb too if you're worried about a bulb burning out. It's supposed to last a while, but, you know, doesn't guarantee they will. Oh, it'd also be a case, just thinking again on that, if you're gonna be doing outdoors, you probably want something kind of good with sound, I'm assuming. If this is like, you're gonna, you know, you're gonna probably, I don't know of any projectors offhand that I've had to look at getting for clients, but I don't know of any that you just plug in a hard drive and you can choose to play off of them. Like, play like video file. I'm sure it'd be based around what video files it supports, if it's MP4, MKV. You know, probably not gonna find that many that would support like an AVI file or something like that. But yeah, you're also gonna want good audio, so you might want to look, if you're trying to keep it all compact to just the projector, see if there's any projectors that, you know, have maybe a Bluetooth connection option. So you can connect to like Bluetooth speakers and get a pair of Bluetooth speakers that you can then set side by side somewhere, get a little bit of audio for that. Just throwing out some ideas there for you. But if you're not going to get a projector that can read straight from a drive, you're definitely going to need some kind of device to play the video. Portability, cheap. Raspberry Pi, you know, you could throw like a Plex server built into it, just open it up as a onboard web page and be able to play it. You'll need a HDMI adapter for it, but Pi 4 can handle 4K output, at least on a single screen. So you definitely can handle like a, you know, 1080p output for watching a movie. Be nice and portable, you know, very, very cheap and very lightweight. I don't even know where to go at this point. So let's just explore. Actually, I know where I want to go look. I've got food, I've got water, my levels are good. If I can get my bearings. There's the lettuce. Alright, we're gonna go... You know, actually we're gonna start with this one. I'm gonna do an outer circuit, because there's that spot where we go up into the destroyed base. That, you know, what used to be part of the storylines, now you just find it. So, we'll go and check through there. I just want to make sure there's nothing else in that area that's missing. Plus, this is also right where we used to have that shortcut. Now, I know there's still a shortcut. I just can't even remember where the shortcut thing is, but you have to have a... kind of have to climb ladders to get up. It's not exactly set for working with the prawn suit in the spires. It's more set up for you using the snow fox. Again, design choices for the game to push you towards certain specific vehicles that they're putting in. Like design choices to push you towards using the sea truck because you can't fit a Cyclops into certain spaces because they made spaces more cramped. Using not the prawn suit to get through the glacial bays and spires, but the snow fox, because there's certain areas where you cannot get the prawn suit into or out of. Oh, okay. So, it's just the projector, the little portable projector. Okay. Now, that should be fine. It goes back, I mean, just goes back to what you're playing off of and what you're wanting to do with it. If you're just wanting to be able to watch it, like, at home in the evenings, it should be fine. If you're wanting to go with, like, take it somewhere and have, like, a movie night with friends, you know, you might have to make some adjustments to make it work depending on how their setup is. Light levels and such. I feel like this is the one I went through and it brought me out on the other side towards that iceberg area. Getting stuck. Oh yeah, this reset of the update. So we'll snag some stuff from here. I'm sure I don't really need it. We'll grab it. Yeah, not taking flare. I've got too many flares. Take water. That will be somewhat useful. Data box. Titanium. First aid kit, yeah, might as well, because I might get hurt. Might need it. Where's the other ones? There's others scattered around here. Yeah, there's one. Take the food block. And water, yeah. That's all I need. To take the beacon if I really wanted to. I like how they made it now. It's not just here's a marker, but it's actually you've got a beacon you can pick up and carry with you. So if you don't want to leave it there anymore and just turn it off, you actually now have a beacon that's yours to use somewhere else. That's a nice touch. I'll say that. It's a nice touch. It allows you to, you know, recycle. Yeah, there's... Looks like I could get there, but I can't. The visual glitchiness. Steam put what on games? No Man's Sky stats of upgrades not showing. Which upgrades exactly? What are what upgrades are you having the problems with showing? Are you talking about like the upgrade modules for like your sea truck? Or not sea truck, the starship, your suit, things like that? Or are you talking about there's something else like like upgrades in terms of like when you're like the unlocks, like when you're unlocking like the Atlas Pass 1 versus Pass 2 kind of thing. If it's running on the Mac, get VLC. VLC should be able to play it regardless of the DRM on it. As last I saw, I haven't heard of anything where they've changed something like that. It's like to VLC, it's like if it's a video file, we're gonna try to play it kind of thing. VLC, video LAN, I can't remember, but VLC, Victor Lima Charlie. That's like the popular one. You can get on Mac. I use it on Mac. I use it on PC. Use it on Linux. So it's available, and I think that would be the one to try and make sure it's not going to give you any issues. If it gives you issues, it's probably something with the video file, I would say, more so than anything else, because VLC plays stuff that nothing else wants to play when I need it to. If I'm having problems, I know I can go to VLC, and if the video file is fine, it will play it. Okay. Beaglet. Yes, this is as Prime Sonic mentioned, this is the sea truck. This is the replacement for the Cyclops and Sea Moth. It's like a Sea Moth and a Cyclops had a malformed baby and gave it up for adoption because they didn't want to raise it. Definitely had to throw in there the malformed part on that, because that's kind of what it is. So on the exosuit, starship, stuff like that, I didn't even really look at those. I mean, when I played the stream this last or night, as you saw, I was just doing. I tried the X modules, so all I can say is probably a bug, but you could do if you go in Steam. Assuming you got it on Steam, I'm not sure about Epic, but in Steam, go into the file, like the properties for it, and look. I want to say local files, and it's got verify integrity, and let it just basically check, and if anything needs to be re-downloaded, it will. So you can try that and see what it does. If that will fix anything, it may not. It may just be a bug. I haven't seen it yet. But again, Jason, it's you that mentioned you had a couple of your bases. One ended up underwater, one ended up in a mountain, or, you know, in the terrain. And I didn't see any problems with mine. So, you know, it may be a case of it's just a glitch on your side. Verify the game files. That might fix it. That would be my first recommendation. And, yeah, this is the, well, can't see now, but pathway to the destroyed abandoned base that we used to start in. Thought that was what it was, but wanted to run a little distance to see. Love how I'm in a tunnel and it's a whiteout in here, you know. They gotta get that fixed by full release. I will not want to see this game having that visual flaw at full release. If you're inside a structure, you're inside a cave, you should not be affected by the weather being like a whiteout, you know. At least You know, especially inside your base. Yeah, it has the prawn suit. Basically, if I'm assuming you haven't seen much from the Subnautica Below Zero stuff at all, but basically, instead of having a vehicle like the Cyclops you build inside the sea truck, is like it starts as the kind of like the sea moth, but you add extension modules. So I have 2 storage modules, which are badly done at this point still, and I have the docking module for the prawn suit. So instead of having the prawn suit inside, you tow it with you on the back. And, you know, it kind of like makes sense in a way that you can sit there and, you know, just go right in. There's no weird like docking inside, but I still prefer the Cyclops over this any day. I prefer the Sea Moth over this any day. You know, they've got a hard sell on this one if they don't make any major overhaul of it before full release. But there are some cool features, like, I mean, they're not fully implemented the way they should be, but you can go to the docking module, you can tell it to drop the prawn suit off. So it's not even get out and get into it, you can actually dump it and leave it at a certain spot. Let's say you're like, I need to lighten my load a little bit. You dump it. You also have, to the left of my character, a switch or a handle to disconnect all of the modules. The problem is, to do that, I have to step away from the driver's seat. So I have the animation of stepping away, then I have to turn and have the animation of grabbing the handle, then I have to have the animation of grabbing the driver's seat again before I can take off. So if I'm being attacked and I want to dump everything quickly, can't do that. So I'm trusting they're going to make an adjustment to that as well. And I believe this is one of those biome areas that I'm assuming they're going to add a new biome to it, a texturing thing to it, because it's so plain. I feel like this is going to be another one where maybe the next update we get new texturing here. Because it's just so much of that real generic look to it. And yet there's a lot going on. We should be under the big icebergs area, because there's the whales. I believe I've come around far enough. I expect this to get a new visual, new terrain, and be a new biome before full release. Just gonna keep going. Keep looking. I've got spare power cells if I really need them. We're gonna keep going and looking until I either know I'm in the void because I'm getting attacked by the new soon-to-be void chelicerates, or, you know, I find something else. Alright, thanks for hanging out, Prime Sonic. We'll see you later. And, yeah, if you haven't already left at this point, don't forget, you, Mr. Purple, SC Studio, somebody think about that defense turret idea. See if that is a possibility in the way I said, you know, look at the code and see if that will allow it to function that way. Oh yeah, this is definitely just the generic terrain design. They've got to have a biome plan for this at some point. Hola, Mr. Sloth. Thanks for joining in. Yeah, it's, again, the sea truck, Beaglet, definitely has a lot ahead of it in terms of tweaks and reworking, I would say. That's interesting. Everything's going in that direction. Like there's a suction. That's interesting. Normally everything's just kind of floating around. We've got this flow going in that direction. I'm going to repair real quick. and we'll see what happens. But yeah, the Beaglet, the modules, as you add them, it slows things down. There is an upgrade I've got in place that will speed things up in terms of, like, you know, more horsepower, so you don't have as much of an effect when you add more modules. But it's still a case of, yeah, it slows you down the more modules you add, but it does not slow down your turning speed. So, you know, things that have been missed that shouldn't be. I think this is leading to the void. I think that's what it is this is void, and that's why the flow of water looks like it's going that way. Like it's getting sucked away from the main area. Oh yeah, look at that. It's now swirling. I'm going back over here. I want to go look some more this way, because there's at least coverage here. I'm starting to think they're just going to have an area that is like, this is the drop-off, this is the void, and they're not even going to worry about trying to enclose it now. They're going to have some of the little, you know, unfinished flat terrain areas. And this is void, and I think that's 2 of them attacking me. They're supposed to spawn in sequence, but I think they both spawned together on me, because it looked like I saw one beak turn and there was another beak. So yeah, this is... They've got to have something else planned for this spot in terms of texturing. That's just too generic. Music changed. You talked about the game music, and yeah, it changes when you go into different biome areas. There's... I want to say it's a setting, actually. Let's look. I know there's a setting somewhere that's like, when you go into an area, it triggers... Actually, it may be a console command for changing it, but there's like a setting that when you enter an area, it plays a new change of music to signify the change of that biome, that change of that area. In this case, hearing nothing, because there's nothing set for this area, because it's an unfinished biome. They've got to have something else planned for this. Maybe next update. Let's just see. It's already like a void anyway, because there's just no light down here. It's just on the far edge of the iceberg zone. Yes, that might be it. That adaptive music or something like that, where when you go into a new area, it triggers automatically for that area as you're going into it. And it plays for like so long by default, and then it kind of fades out. And I know there's somewhere I've seen that you can change how long that plays. Yes, we are now back into the iceberg area. So even though this is like, has like a drop off, looks almost like it would be part of the void. I think I can actually go up here and I'm fine. I'm not going to be attacked because, yeah, we got whole fish and such over here. It's just a drop off. Yeah, I have no doubt they've got plans for this area in terms of new biome looks and changes. I mean, they got a few plants, but it's not much. It's not... Well, this is supposed to be like sparse reef, like sparse iceberg zone. I guess they could do it that way. I would just like to see more to it. Obviously, there's a little bit going here compared to the air spot, but you see the terrain's still pretty much same, that generic texture they use. goes the water flowing that
Scans
direction.
indicate nearby iceberg has interior chamber.
Where is he coming from? Is that a void one? That can't be a void one because of where I'm at. Alright, let's go ahead. Water.
Vital
Water.
signs stabilizing.
Yeah. There we go. Just go ahead and save just in case. If that's a void one, then he is spawned in early. And is fortunately not actually coming after me. I'm just going to kind of track the edge of where the void is. Oh yeah, Bulb Zone. That's one we don't really have an alternative for, I guess you could say. I mean, I guess they're not even trying to do alternatives necessarily. I mean, we got, you know, Jelly Shroom Cave. People are like, we need a Jelly Shroom. So we've got that Flower Spore area instead, which has the same styling to it. You know, we got, of course, the Safe Shallows type styling. But no lava zone. It's more like, here's the purple caverns, which I guess you count like the lava zone or the Lost River, and then you have the inactive lava zone. Lava zone is the red crystals. I still don't think they're going to add any more real depth to the game beyond that, because look, if this is our main vessel we're using, 900 meters. There's no reason to add something that goes down 1,500 if there's a problem getting back up with the prawn suit. And I've got to be right at the very edge before it starts triggering the new void chilies. Again, this has got to be a biome area they're going to change. Or it should be coming into one of the other ones soon. This could be a good, like, bulb zone type alternative area right here, just from where it's coming from. You see how it's starting to gradually change that generic texture. We're seeing a little bit of greenery, and now we're coming into the lily pads. I just feel like the, you know, they've got to have something planned for it there, at least to a little bit further out than that. Otherwise, that's meant to be, you see that slow transition to like generic terrain, and that's like, oh, you're now going into the void area. I don't know why we need so many places of the planet that would have void areas. Ah, there he is. Jelly and squid sharks. Surprised he didn't do the lightning attack on me. What they need to do, I'm sure I'm going to make some people get really excited by this notion. What they need to do, since we have the gigantic frozen Leviathan, and everybody's hoping that that's going to end up being like the big Leviathan in the game, I don't think it is at this point, based on the way the story's been done. And now he shocks me. Shuts me down. So you see how those basically have replaced the crab squids, or the little crab brain guys. Is that crab squid? I can't remember now. The squiddy brain, the crab brain guys that do the EMP pulse, they've now replaced them. So you got another analog for the first game, but I don't think the giant frozen Leviathan is going to end up being like an alive creature as part of the storyline. Like, oh, here's a new area. Maybe we have a spot we find that we cut through, like we do in the other spot. The laser cut or something like that. So we go in there, we find one that's been hidden, but how is it going to get out, kind of thing, you know? Where's it getting food? I feel like if they're not already planning to put the Frozen Leviathan in as part of the story, which it doesn't seem like that's going to be the case. What if you make it far enough out into the void, have it be like the void spawns up to 2 chelicerates total. If you kill them both without leaving the void so they respawn, if you manage to kill them both, no mods, with mods, whichever, then you can build in the void freely for up to so long before one spawns back in. But what if you kill them both and then continue further out or further down, and once you hit a certain point, whether they're dead or not, they go away and you end up having that giant Leviathan show up. The frozen one appears at a certain depth level to replace them, or at a certain distance out into the void to replace them. Yeah, PDA voice, they did... Originally, I think they had somebody different do it than the first game still, but it was close to the first game. Now they've changed it with like a different accent. They got new voice actors, I think, completely for some of this. Of course, a lot of the content, Biglet, is still not even voiced over. There's even stuff where you'll see, if I had something like that happen, that it just says temp, and then it's got brackets around what the theme of the conversation is supposed to be, but they haven't even actually written the conversation. So, yeah, a lot of work left to do. That's why I'm still thinking end of the year at best. We're still like 3 months out, I would think, on this. You think you changed code on NMS? What code? So where are we at? Oh, we're coming up on the 2.5 hour mark. All right. So, you know, kind of running out of stuff to do now. So we'll, might go ahead and do our playtime moment. Still, no Timmy. He decided to abandon us again. I don't know why. He was fine the other night for the stream. Now he's like, I don't want to be here. I don't know what's his deal. He doesn't care about the Subnautica content. That's what it is. He likes the No Man's Sky better at this point. I need to be going around the other direction. I went the wrong way again. Now that, I'm assuming they're just bringing me light sticks as opposed to stealing mine. But now that the sea monkeys can occasionally bring light sticks around, I need to, like, stockpile the light sticks they bring me and just, like, cover the area down there completely with them. Like 50 light sticks down below, so it's just specks of light everywhere. Actually, I probably should go check and make sure they're not stealing my light sticks that I've placed down. I do have some in here, wherever that entrance is. Or I had some in here. I thought I left them in here. Yeah, there we go. There's one. I think that was the lowest one. There's another one. Yeah. So they're leaving my light sticks alone. So they're just bringing light sticks now. I guess that they find left somewhere that happen to still have power, you know. So if I get them to start bringing me light sticks, I can, I'll just light the whole area up with them down there. We'll just put so many light sticks down that it's ridiculous. Let's see if I can force them to bring me light sticks. They like to bring stuff that would be used for making the light sticks, or, you know, making stuff, not the item itself. But if I select the light stick because they can bring light sticks, I wonder if that will make them start bringing them more. They can't bring me batteries. That's not going to work. Of course, alright, he's bringing me copper ore because it's generic. I haven't seen them bring glass. They have brought certain biological materials. Alright, we'll get some O2 real quick. My base. We'll give them a chance to prove themselves useful. Wait, did that bring me? He brought me glass. That's a new one. I haven't really messed with what they could bring since the last update too much. Maybe they changed some of the stuff they can pick up. That's interesting. He brought me glass. I don't remember that happening in the past. Ooh, you can you build, like, you messed up something so you could build in the freighter. I mean, I know the freighter, your capital vessel in No Man's Sky, can build, like, its own rooms and stuff like that. The, you know, built-in stuff, but not the wood stuff. Or at least I haven't tried it. Maybe they changed it. I'll have to check on that, because maybe they adjusted that for the update. Or maybe they messed up the update and just caused it. Because I know I've been saying for a while they need to add more building options to the freighter, to your what basically is your mobile base in that game, so that you can build more, because it's just too generic on some of the stuff in terms of like how everything works. And the freighters, your capital vessels, they have a lot of room to build. I mean, a lot of room. You can build some really big areas in there if you want to. I mean, I think you can get a pretty high ceiling in a room if you really want to, but I've built up floor after floor with stairs just trying to see how tall it would let me go, and I already know you can build a very wide area of the freighter. So maybe they unlocked that for the new oh, and hey, it worked that time. For the new Origins update. Maybe they did that so you can place down more stuff. But if not, you need to comment, let me know that code change you made, because I would like to change that. I actually need to start picking up some mods for that game too, just to start making it a little more interesting. Just dump this stuff in there. So that did not get them to bring me any light sticks, unfortunately. Let's see, I've got, yeah, food. That food. I still got one light stick. Maybe that's what it was. I have a light stick in inventory, so they won't bring me anymore. But there we go. All right, we are going to, time to do, yeah, last half hour or so, we're going to do game time, play time. Okay, so the projector cannot play pirated movies, even through Chromecast. What would you expect from Apple? I mean, it's likely going to be similar if there's something in there specifically to pick up the DRM, Merrick. So I would just, say, you know, you might want to look for a different projector if you can, or try to find some other way to bypass it. Beaglet, there are no other vehicles that go deeper. Well, the prawn suit can go deeper than the sea truck, but not anything substantial. And there's no places deeper than 1,000 meters that you actually have to go in the game. There's, you know, right at 900, you can still get into an area with the sea truck and drop the prawn suit, or just swim outside the sea truck and be okay. But yeah, there's not really any place deeper in the game right now that you have to go for story or anything, for resources. So I don't think they're going to be adding anything that has to go deeper than that. And I don't think the game's a year for full release because they have done a lot of updating recently. I think they're trying to be a little bit smarter right now with it, Big Frank, I think, because they're getting a lot of the hard content to get done, like the design work and everything. And as far as then having writers that rewrite, here's the text, here's the story element, here's how this is going. Once that's done, it's like, okay, we're going to throw the text in here. We've already got placeholders for the text. Throw it in there. We're going to send all this to the voice actors and have them record and get it all processed. Everything's done for that. Then it's inserting the text and the voice audio. It's kind of like, you know, you're building the frame and then throwing in the elements with placeholder. It's like placeholder text on a website, where it's like, you get a website design, it's called the lorem ipsum, the lore stuff, and all you have to do is then go throw in some stuff. They're kind of building more in that direction, it seems to me, just from the way, let's see if I can actually pull it up and show one, because we've got, yeah, like temp, dormant caldera nearby. That's not completed. That's not what it's going to be. It's going to change. It's just a placeholder for that to work. And let's see, that's all the PDA. Personal log, we have anything? Okay, yeah, there we go. Where is it? Temp. Thoughts about Marge and Sam. Robin knows Marguerite and Sam are working together. Or we're working together. Conflict of feelings. So you see, it's not even telling us what's actually being said. This is the theme of that conversation, but they have not actually locked in the text yet. And that's why I think they are trying to process things a little bit faster now, as opposed to, they've learned from the first game. And they're like, you know what? Let's get the more complicated stuff out, the creating new plants, creating new creature eggs. Get that hard stuff out of the way and just say, here's a spot for this. All we gotta do, throw the text in once it's written, throw the audio in with it once it's recorded and produced, and they're basically speeding up what's going to be the final push, I think. Early 2021? Okay. Well, you know, that, I mean, early 2021, you know, you could say early 2021 means the first half. Hey, thanks for hanging out, Biglet. You have a good day as well. But yeah, it's you know, early 2021 can mean first 2 months, first 3 months, or the first half of the year. You know, this was supposed to be out early 2020. Below Zero was supposed to be done months ago, and it's not. So Switch may delay on that. You know, there may be other stuff that gets delayed. Or they may have decided to change things up. I was about to say switch things up. I need a drum butt-up sound for this or the puns. But they may change it where it's like, instead of being, okay, we're going to wait, they may be doing some parallel development for console stuff, Switch, Xbox, and such, while they're doing the changes to this. About like, you know what, why wait until it's done? Let's go ahead and get that kind of started. So they may be doing some of that. But it definitely seems like they're trying to streamline their development process a bit more at this point, just because they're behind schedule from where they were wanting to be. And I'm sure they don't want to delay any more than they have to. So, we are there. There's the base. You can see it looks nice. We got a lot of legs. We got all of our solar panels. You know, the sun rises, or star rises over there, so we get that there. It traverses this way, because we're in a polar area. It's at an angle. Then it's going to go down in the day in this side, so our solar panels go in the right direction to catch as much light as possible. We've got our lights that I've expanded on to get everything lit up. We don't have any spotlights yet, but we got that. And yeah, so base, I'm feeling like this is kind of done. You know, there's only so much I can build, especially with the new height restriction on it. So yeah, last 30 minutes or ish. What's the what is it? We've got Jason and Sanchez. You both became new members today, so I'd like to give you the first option on what weird things I spawn in. I'm going to set it to daytime again. Because we're going to have some fun. We like spawning in funny stuff. Making things look weird. Making things break. You know what I'm going to do? I can target right. Large vent garden. Oh, he is targeted right below where I was facing. I needed to be down here for that. Oh, I was wanting to have it like sitting right over it. Despawn large vent garden. Oh, there we go. Xbox gets the choice. Okay. Xbox, you get Jason's choice. Xbox, the update removed the space station in No Man's Sky, like one you had been using, you know, for sure, because it wasn't supposed to remove anything. Vimvo, no, I have not. I have not heard of Vimvo. That sounds like a very Chinese type knockoff, like Chinese made, you know, it gotta remember, a lot of these Chinese made ones, they're buying them in bulk from a factories making them in bulk, selling like 1,000 here to this distributor, selling 1,000 to this one, and they throw their own branding on it. Vimvo, I'm gonna look it up real quick if I can find something about that. Now, granted, some of those are going to be good, you know, I'm not gonna say they're bad. I'm not saying anything on it, but I've never heard of that one. 100 void chelicerates. I don't know if they've actually added the code for the void ones. I know they've got now, and I think it's experimental, or at least they're finishing up the modeling for the void version of it. But I don't think they actually have the void one in the game yet. But we'll try it. Spawn 100 void chelicerate. I don't think it's gonna do that. Yeah, whenever it's like, if it's the wrong code, it spawns a little, you know, resource deposit. Spawn. Oh, wait, no, that's right. I did the wrong thing. Spawn void chelicerate 100 is the number afterwards. Void chelicerate is not type. So, spawn chelicerate 100. And the collision thing, that's the other thing. You know, they can't be too close together, so you see them spraying out everywhere. There goes that. Look at that. Can I track you guys down? Sometimes they like to, like, suddenly, like, magnetically come back. But not always. He's like, he's dancing and despawning. No, there he is. The world. Yeah, that did not work so well. There's another one. Notice I'm getting a little bit of a delay more so on stuff rendering on the details. We'll just do, we'll do it like in multiples of like 20. I think that won't do it like quite so bad. So that's 60, 80, 100. There you go. Now we've got 100 in the one nice little area, and it seems that some of them are fighting over some food. Alright, there we go. Void one is in. Now, the void one's in maybe experimental. I'm not in experimental. Das Washbear. What's that? New voices have been recorded, but I'm not sure how many of them are going to be kept. They might be waiting till they get everything done and then go do all re-recorded, because there's a lot of them that are not recorded yet still. Yeah, the void one might be an experimental. I'm not experimental. I know they were doing the void chelicerate, or they've got that out recently showing it has the model done for it. Let's see if it actually has it listed with a command. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything listing for the specific command, like, variation, maybe. Yeah, there's no debug ID showing listed yet for it. So you kind of have to have the debug ID to spawn it, and that's not working. Let's feed. Hey, no, Reaper Leviathans, I do not believe are even, like, in the game code. I think they stripped all those elements out to try and trim things down, just like, you know, as mentioned earlier, the Cyclops has been completely stripped out of the game, and I think it was Mr. Purple who said it, not Prime Sonic, but saying, you know, now because it's no longer in the game, it's kind of a legal issue to port it into the game through a mod, so you probably won't see the Cyclops in the game, just like you won't see Reaper Leviathans in the game. I mean, I can try, you know, spawning, but, you know, nothing. It doesn't even say it's a tech type, it's just completely disabled on it. Let's feed them. They like to fight each other. Oh, look at that. Oh, you know, actually, here we go. Let's do it. Electrical storm from the squish sharks defending themselves. Alright. We need one more. Sanchez, are you still with us? I can't remember if he said he was leaving or not. Sanchez, we need a suggestion from him. You know what we're gonna do? We'll do one Shadow Leviathan so he feels like the outcast. Okay. And spawn, you know what, we'll do like a bunch of Cryptosuchus. I love how with the speed command you can see just how they fan out accordion style from that whole, you can't have too many in one area, and he's like, I am going to the moon. I'm actually going to slow this down even more. He's like, help me! Help me! Alright, that's going on Twitter after this. Ah! This is fun for me, if you don't know. Back to normal speed. Let's see how well this works. This is where I run into, like, performance issues. Spawning in all this. Oh, man, look at that. The combat. So many sparks. Oh, we got a dead crypto already. This is, Subnautica Geddon. Oh, that one is, like, flipped out. Wonder how many of these will die. As I see that one crypto still kind of, like, sinking down. Merrick gets your pick. Day, night, speed 100, and speed 10. Oh, I already know how that's going to work. Let's just even do speed 10. That's speed 10, if that's like... I mean, if you can even still function. Fortunately, that did not spike my CPU up too high. Yeah, that's not a good option there. Going high speed with it just does not work very well. Where are you going? Oh, he's like, I'm just going to glitch in to everything. Ooh, idea. So we're gonna spawn Snow Stalker, because those are terrestrial based. They need to be on land. They should have to breathe air occasionally. Does he die from suffocation? I'm betting no. But that would be a cool aspect if you manage to get one of them trapped somewhere, they die because they ran out of air. Wish you could see health bars on him. He's kind of like, I'm at a distance, so he doesn't know how to use his back legs. Okay, let's see. Cryptos do not seem to glitch through terrain. The Chellies do. Squid sharks really haven't done that bad on it. Let's do 20 squid sharks in there. There we go. What is doing electric damage? Mr. Purple, that is the squid sharks. That was not strange. Actually, maybe Stranger Pings. I can't remember which update, but one of the updates, they added a shock element as part of their attack. So, I think it actually comes from not their head area, but from the underside tendrils. Those little things right there, I think, is part of what's supposed to be where it originates. But it's kind of like an EMP blast. Like, it shuts things down. Like, it does damage, I think, to you or, you know, biological entities. Like, any living creatures will get damaged. But if they hit you in the sea truck with it, it drains all your power. It's basically like the Crab Squiz EMP thing. You know, so now the squid sharks are kind of like the equivalent of that in this game. Everybody, we're doing musical selection here. Everybody's just, it's musical chairs, but everybody keeps saying, pass my choice to so-and-so. Oh, we got another crypto dead. The face of torment. That's where one of them should, like, come and snatch them. It's like easy food.
Emergency. Starvation imminent.
Alright,
See
alright.
calorie intake immediately.
Yes, let me eat real quick. I could do creative mode, I just don't want to do that. It's just as easy to do this.
Vital
This way, if something,
stabilizing.
you know, changes, because creative mode does throw some things off in this game right now. It's not quite the same as in the original game. Oh, they're having a little party there. You know what? Right here in the middle. Look at this. 10,000 Shadow Leviathans. That is not going to work. But I will do like large vent garden. You know, we'll do 10. Because I think, yeah, they just glitch together is all they do. They don't actually, like, go exploding out everywhere. They just kind of glitch together. Yeah, look at that. That's 10 large vent gardens all together. Alright, we're gonna go... see, this way. Where was it? I was over in this area earlier. If it will, you know, render in. Change it daytime again. So I came all the way over here. Pretty much. This is where I was doing that, like I was coming along. And you see where I got to like this point, and I was going over here. That's where I got attacked because I am in the void. Anything? And it's not even like the same void as in the original game. You know, where it just keeps going down. You see, we've actually got grass down here, and then this blank terrain. They've got to have something else planned for right here. That just seems strange they would put that there if it's just going to become a deeper area. And then that. So that, yeah, you don't have to worry about losing your prawn suit necessarily, as long as you fall on one of those spots. This is how low we are now, the Crystal Caverns. Look at that. This is where, I want to say, that's where it used to have the thing that would take us up, I believe. Taking the bath. I think there was one spot over here that used to have that little path that went vertically all the way up to get over to the big area where we were supposed to use the white tablet. All right, you know what? This is a good spot. We'll just try it from here. And let's see, where are you at? Yeah, we're close enough, so we're gonna try this. You said 10, 100 shadows. All right, yeah, we'll start with 100 shadow leviathans. How about that? It helps if I type it right. Okay, that did not freeze things up so bad. Kind of going all over the place. You know what? Spawn, Ping-wing. Is that it? Nope. Alright. What was it? What's the debug ID? Penguin, just penguin. Okay, spawn, penguin, 1,000. And there it goes. I've locked the game up. Oh, it moved a little bit. Hi, Silver Dragon. Thanks for joining in. Yeah, they do kind of look like giant leeches. I mean, they've got the leech-like mouth on them, I guess you would say, but they don't eat like leeches. You know, they seem to want to, like, just swallow you completely. I guess that was kind of like, we're going to make them like the lava leeches in a way, but make a bigger head area, smaller mouth, make the mouth glow. I like how it's kind of like they're in the darker area, the purple crystal cavern, even though there's like glow in the cavern. You see, it's like their body is black and the mouth is where most of their bioluminescence is. So it's like an anglerfish in a way. You see that, like, here's this fish swimming towards this light and it's the mouth. You know, just swim right into their mouths. So, alright. 1,000 penguins has frozen the game up for now, which I've done that before in original Subnautica with like 500 peepers and stuff like that. So we've got a frozen game now. I would change it a way where it wouldn't be showing this, but I think for now I'm going to leave it up just in case it does process. At some point I'm going to have it processed so I can get out of the game. Or I'm going to have to force quit. But yeah, there, I broke the game. So 1,000 of anything will break the game. How about that? Or not break the game, but at least freeze it up for a moment while it kind of thinks about it. So yeah, that's 1,000 penguins going to appear at some point. But we are coming up. We're 5 minutes away from 3-hour mark. I always go 3 hours on Saturdays because I don't like sitting for more than 3 hours at a time. Maybe once I get a new place and a sit-to-stand desk, we might do slightly longer streams on the weekends. But I need to get up and walk around for a bit. So my computer is not sounding like a jet. Actually, my computer CPU is 42 degrees Celsius, 44 degrees Celsius. GPU is not even running the fan right now. It's gone down low enough that it's cut the fan off. So no, it's not like, even though it seems like it would be running like crazy trying to process, it's not. It's just the way, you know, in terms of the game, this is not suddenly like the CPU just skyrockets. It's just one of those things where it's like it's got to process, and it may be something with the RAM because my RAM's up. My RAM is not skyrocketing, but it is kind of like go up a little bit, go down a little bit, go up more, go down a little bit more. I'm at 16.6 gigs of RAM in use right now. So it might be more of the RAM use, but no, it's not like I'm not sitting here with super high usage. I don't even have a historical version of Minecraft to spawn up. I mean, if I wanted to, honestly, if I wanted to have a game that would kill my computer in terms of running the processor, I'd just play Scrap Mechanic, normal. Because that's what it does. I mean, even with the game running, Subnautica Below Zero, running the game, streaming, doing everything I have going, uses less CPU than Scrap Mechanic on its own. That's the bad part. So if you want a game to push your computer, Scrap Mechanic. Not because of how crazy it is, not because of how complicated it is, just because of how polished it is in terms of performance. It is the worst performing game I own, period, hands down, because even recording with Scrap Mechanic, I hit 99% of my CPU at times. I'm like, sometimes it struggles just to play the game and record. It hits as hard as rendering a video, but right now I'm hitting, you know, over all the cores, my processor is bouncing between 30 and 50%. And that's streaming. That's the game trying to process 1,000 penguins. You know, that's everything. So, yeah. I have 32 gigs of RAM, Sanchez. It's only using... Actually, it's down to 13 gigs of RAM now in use. I've got 32 gigs of RAM on this. I've never run out of RAM. Yeah, penguins, they're not penguins, there's penguins, but the debug ID is penguins. That's why I'm trying to spawn 1,000 of. And they don't look like regular penguins. Their mouths kind of stick up and they open vertically. I have not played Mirror's Edge. I actually haven't even heard of Mirror's Edge. And actually, I'm now at the point I don't think this is going to finish processing anytime soon. We're going on... We're coming up like 3 minutes or 4 minutes since it's been trying to process. Mirror's Edge, action adventure platform game. Yeah, that's probably not for me. I mean, I'll do like action adventure type games, like first person style occasionally, but not like platformer. I'm much more open world type in that. 10,000 explosive barrels? You mean like in Scrap Mechanic or in like Minecraft 10,000 TNT? Just Cause 3, I have not tried that either. Again, I play building, survival type games. If I do like a first person type thing, it's usually oriented towards the survival building style. Or at least, you know, something that's not like all first-person shooter, all platformer type thing. Fallout is first-person shooter, but it's got building stuff in it now, you know? So I played Fallout 4. But I don't think I'm going to get through this. I think I'm locking up my Subnautica. I'm going to have to just close out of this one. So you did a Scrap Mechanic with lag, with, you know, just barely any lag on that? Until you did that. See, I get lag in Scrap Mechanic at times, mainly because of weirdness in terms of how they handle collision stuff. Like with my new wood chipper, if a piece of wood gets in the wrong spot and it's kind of acting like it's bouncing, or the tree is bouncing weirdly, it lags up. Not like I just lagged my Subnautica game, but it'll lag up and stutter for a moment, mainly because of the way it's trying to process the physics interactions between the items. Scrap Mechanic's just not very good on the physics processing right now. They've got to do a lot of upgrading on that compared to other games I've played with physics interactions handled. I mean, I've played other games where you break the wrong block and it suddenly locks the game up as it's calculating the separation of certain things, but not like where it just is minimal of my builds are in the game, not stuttering like that. So, yeah. Just Cause 3 is awesome. I mean, it might be like if I tried Just Cause 3 just to have something to play, just for like running around shooting things, sure. But I've already got games that I can do that in, that I enjoy playing to do that, just when I need to blow off some steam, you know. But for the most part, I stick with the survival and building type games. I like that creativeness of the building aspect in it. Why iPhone is better? iPhone, it's a preference, I'm going to say, because I used to use Android. I originally had two Androids, two Motorola's. Both of them broke the exact same way. Two different models broke the exact same way. One was rooted, one was not rooted. Both of them ran like garbage, even though they were like, you know, top of the line phones at the time. And since then, I have bought 3 tablets that are Android based, and all of them run like garbage in comparison to what I've been experiencing on my iPad and my iPhone. My 2nd gen iPad runs better than a brand new Android tablet that, you know, granted, difference in price, but, you know, even an Amazon Fire tablet doesn't run as well as my 8-year-old iPad. Unfortunately. So I am more preferable to iPhone, iPads, just because my experience, they function better, but it's your preference too, you know. Snuck out earlier. Look, you snuck out and tried to not be part of the chat. You did not want to be part of the stream today. Why did you do that? You snuck out earlier. You're supposed to hang out in here. You know what? I put your food up because you left. But you can have a treat now. Because you're here. You're gonna stand up. Treat. Nope, nope. Eat the treat. There you go. Did you just spit it out? No, you didn't. You will send people this video who criticize it. Go ahead. You know, I mean, I've already seen, was it iOS 14 just added the widgets where you can put them anywhere. And I saw somebody post a thing saying, oh, now you iPhone users know what it's like to have an Android. And my response was, you mean it's going to run slowly and break soon? Because that's what every Android device I've had has done. So it's kind of like, it's the same thing, Intel versus AMD. I like Intel because I have a proven track record with Intel processors working for a long term. My Core 2 Quad still runs fine, and with an SSD runs Windows 10 fine. You know, I've had a track record I've seen, especially through my job, AMD burning out. You know, they've a long time had a problem with overheating. So until I see a track record improve with AMD, I'm sticking more to Intel for the critical stuff. You know, but it goes back to your personal preference. You're going to have fan people on either side. Intel lovers that refuse to play with AMD or use anything AMD. You're going to have those that prefer AMD and will not even touch an Intel just because they're not even willing to consider it. You know, I'll consider it as long as I can see that proven track record. Do I like clicker games? If you mean like idle type games where you like tap, 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 tap. I mean, I've done that occasionally when I'm just really bored, like Clicker Heroes. Stuff like that, you know, when I'm bored, but usually I get to the point where it's just all automated. I don't click anything, and then it gets really boring. So I stick with, you know, PC games more than anything. I'm trying to get now where I don't play games on my iPhone or iPad. I want to have it where I cut my screen time down, and it's more, you know, doing work. The only game I play on my iPhone right now, if you want to count it a game, is Duolingo to try and learn a new language. You know, that's the only thing that's kind of like a game for me that I play. But Timmy, what's up? You want up again? You want food? Snack? Snack? Yeah. All right, chew it up. I think Timmy's saying it's time to end because I need to go to he needs to use the bathroom, I'm sure. I work in IT, yes, but I am not an Android guy. It goes back to, you know, experience. You know, again, I don't recommend Dell servers to people because I've seen too many problems with them. I would pick an HP server over Dell any day. I have a client who bought a Dell server without consulting us, and they've had their RAID card go out pretty much once a year with it. Every time Dell has had to ship one out and have a technician come install it to get them back up and running, and they lose money because of it. I would not recommend Dell servers to anyone, but I'll recommend HP servers because I've had good track records. But there's going to be other people in IT that do the opposite. It's all about what your experiences have been. And for me, personally, you know, I've just, even disregarding IT work, I would pick iPhone over Android because every Android device, and I've had 5, has been slow and had problems, whether it's rooted or not. And my old iPhone, my iPhone 4, runs better now than brand new Android tablets that I have. You know, even though it's old and they've got that whole claim that people say Apple slowed things down. No, it still runs fine. My iPhone 7 still runs fine. I'm going to run it until it's about to die. So. Egg Inc. Okay, I'm not sticking with clicker games, but I mean, I'll try to keep that in mind. So thanks, Silver. Yeah, I don't recommend even, well, depends. If you go and get like a slim form factor, Dell PCs are okay, but their proprietary power supplies are a pain to source if you need to replace it outside of trying to do it under warranty. I like the Lenovo Minis for small form factors. I actually have 5 Lenovo Minis that I've bought off of eBay for around $100 a piece that run different things for me around my house. But yeah. It's slow because there's so many things you can do with it. Well, you know, there's a lot of things you can do with it. One thing you should be able to do is speed it up. I mean, there's a lot I can do with my iPhone that I can also do with Android. Actually, my iPhone can do more than my newer Android tablets. And that's mainly because they're also locked down from the seller, the manufacturer. So, I would still, you know, at this point, and I keep buying Android tablets, Android devices, just so I can see if it's improving and see if it actually gives me a reason to go back to using Android against iPhone. But yeah, every time I get an Android tablet or any Android device, I'm like, yeah, I'm sticking with the iPhone. And, you know, I've run into problems where I've had no problems with certain apps, but coworkers who use Android have had problems with the same app on Android because it just didn't work very well. So, but again, your preference, you know. I know IT people that swear both directions. I know people that are in IT that swear and will not buy anything other than iPhone and iPad type stuff, anything Apple. You know, and then I have others that don't even want to touch Apple. You know, so I've known a lot of different people. It doesn't matter. It goes back to be willing to try both. Try AMD. I've got an AMD server just to try it out. But yeah, try both. Don't lock in just because you say you like a company. Try it out, see how it actually works. You know, play with it in the store. Play with something if your friend owns one. See if you like it, and then go with it. You know, read reviews that sound impartial, not people that are clearly fanboying, fangirling on one direction. That's why I ignore a lot of the reviews on Steam and look for the detailed ones that kind of lay out pro versus con. Because you're going to have a lot of people who are like, I played for an hour, I hate this game. You know, I played for an hour, this game sucks. But then you have that person that says, I've played for 100 hours in this game, and here's the pros, here's the cons, but I don't think it's worth putting the money into right now until they develop it further. That's the good review. That's the one to look at. So, you've never had such problems with Android? Well, I mean, it goes back to how often do you use other stuff, too. If you don't ever use iPhones, then that's it. But, you know, I have both sides I can compare. Like I've said recently, we're talking way longer than normal at the end, but I still have a unfortunately Dell, server that has 2 6-core Xeons in it from they're 8 years old, and a brand new Ryzen 5, the current generation, runs on par with those. So, granted, it's 2 processors versus 1, you know, but there's a difference of 8 years. So, an 8-year-old Intel processor is half the power of a current generation Ryzen 5, is what I've been able to see actually testing between my 2 servers with the one that I have the Ryzen in. And if I had the choice to go back, I would buy an Intel processor to replace it, because if I needed more power out of it, I would actually go with Intel on it, because I've already seen how close it is for a Ryzen 5 to be on, you know, just twice as powerful as an 8-year-old Xeon. So, but go back to test both sides. I work in IT, I test the both sides, I know. So Android is better for freedom in terms of what you can do without that restriction, but if you're worried about privacy problems, Android's not better than Apple in that. Yes, Android is, you know, you're worried about tracking. Sorry, you use Android, you tie in a Google account, or you use an Amazon Fire, you tie in an Amazon account. Somewhere you're tying in something. There's no better privacy protection on Android versus Apple. It's just not possible for it to be better, because you're still tying in an account somewhere. Hate to break it to you. Samsung phones, I mean, I know people that have them, they love them and have no problems, and I know somebody else who's, you know, used them, and again, same stuff I use on my iPhone, no problems. They use it on there and ran into problems with it. So it all goes back to just what you're doing with it and what you expect it to do. And I expect my devices to be functional and snappy so I can get work done, and I just can't find that in any Android device anymore. So, Timmy, oh, you're finally chewing. He's finally sat down, and I'm still waiting for this to process. I'm still waiting for 1,000 penguins to spawn in. That's where it's still sitting here. And Timmy finally decided to join in so he could chew on his little chewy thing. Chew stick. I'm not going to take it. I just want to point it out. I get it. Got it. You want it? Yeah, it's still trying to do 1,000 penguins. Yeah, I mean, if you're specifically looking for problems, yeah, you're gonna find them regardless, you know. But if you go in, it's still a matter of like, okay, I bought this tablet, and it's like, click, brand new tablet. Up there, it finally loads the browser or iPhone. You know, 3-year-old iPhone. I go, browser opens up. You know, you can look for problems and of course find them because you're looking for them. But it's also a case if you do direct comparisons and it's a big difference, then yeah. But I just found too many issues in the end trying to use Android that I cannot find it reliable enough to use for my phone or like a work tablet, because I need it to be functional for work. That being said, I would use Apple at work if I could, because I don't want to worry about what's happening now. I open my laptop in the morning ready to get to work and find out that it decided to shut down for updates while in my laptop bag because it's Windows. And it doesn't matter that it's asleep, it decided to shut down and crash everything I had open for updates. I would use my Mac, but I can't use my Mac because there are certain things I specifically need Windows for in terms of support with work. Just because I need to be able to do comparison between, you know, to the same thing, same software, same setup as clients. So, yeah. All right, we are 15 minutes overdue, and that last part has been just talking. Timmy, say hi. I'll give you a treat if you look at the camera. Right at the camera. Look right here. You gotta come get it. Tell you what. Who's my buddy? Who's my buddy? Can you give me a high five? High five? Thank you. He will move a little bit, so. But yeah, we are way overdue. I'm still waiting on this to process. I'm just going to have to close out Subnautica below 0. I broke the game. 1,000 ping wings is too much. And it's not even trying to process. It's like slowing down on how much CPU it's using. And my graphics card's cooling off. It's not getting hotter. It's cooling down. So yeah, but thanks for hanging out. Interesting, we turned the conversation more towards IT and computer, Android versus Apple at the end, but it works. Thanks for hanging out and talking with me. It's always a pleasure to have so many people join in. Of course, thank you to Sanchez and Jason for your memberships today. I'll be sending out some thank you tweets after this to thank you for that. And, of course, we got some pictures I want to put up, too, for this. So, thank you all for hanging out. Schedule like normal this week. And, Timmy, ready to go outside? You ready to go outside? I think he's ready to go outside. But, yeah, thank you for hanging out with us. And we will see you next time.